The borderland has had to deal with quite a bit in the last year and a half. Last summer, it was the Walmart shooting, and just in the last month, El Paso has become a national hotspot for coronavirus infections.
KFOX 14 News at 9's Nic Garcia takes a closer look at how these could be factors contributing to more El Pasoans feeling anxiety.
First, I was like, maybe it's just something in my head, hypochondriac or something.
The fear of catching a serious and possibly deadly virus is growing for some people, causing nervousness at the thought of leaving the house, going to the store, or public places. For people like Nic Garcia, who for years has been living with severe depression and social anxiety, COVID-19 comes with a whole new set of daily challenges.
Anytime that I'm around more than 6 people, I'm like, something's wrong. I got that, itch in my throat.
Something she says happens every time she leaves her house. And she's noticing it in her son, Andy, as well.
How do you feel about learning online? My son's social anxiety is a lot worse than mine. He will not talk to anybody that he does not know.
It's a feeling Andrea knows all too well. So she pushes her son out of the house and into the world.
I need to show my son, for me in my mind, some kind of normalcy, and that we just need to be protected. I lived a long time with being embarrassed of having depression and anxiety.
A quick search on the internet will say this feeling is called agoraphobia.
With agoraphobia, it's more like finding an escape route, and this is just like layman's terms. Like finding an escape route would be kind of like I stay home because I want to avoid being in a situation where I don't know where the exit is.
Ivan Torres, a licensed counselor with El Paso Mental Health, says that's not what the majority of people are actually dealing with. Instead, he points to social anxiety. Here's the difference.
Social anxiety, for example, like you're gonna have people who, they'll be afraid of kind of like interacting. They'll be afraid of like being embarrassed, like being put on the spot.
Torres says while it may have taken a global COVID-19 outbreak for many to become aware of their mental struggles, it doesn't necessarily mean the pandemic was the cause.
The way I would word it is like something that's already there gets a little bit expanded. Something that's already like a problem for someone can become worse due to a crisis, right? And in this case, it's a global crisis.
While Carizal says she's figured out how to manage her mental health, feelings of heightened anxiety after the August 3rd shooting at the Cielo Vista Walmart in 2019, and consequently the one-year anniversary of that tragedy just a few months ago, may still be looming. For those people, Carizal speaks out.
Because I want to advocate for all mental health. And I think it's very important to speak to somebody, whether it be at El Paso Mental Health or anywhere else, to speak to somebody, it's okay to say I have these problems, or this year I think I have this, and not to be embarrassed.
The mask she wears now.
I fight every day to be okay because I have to put a face for my son.
Is physical. Over the years, she's learned to shed the facade to show others help is out there if they seek it. Do you feel happy now?
Yes. Am I happy all the time? No. Do I have bad days? Yes, most certainly. And those days are okay. And those days are the days that I turn to my spiritual guidance.
Taking it hour by hour, day by day, she never knows when an anxiety attack might come on, but says it's about learning to overcome them.
But I prayed about it a lot, but I said, you know what? What am I gonna lose? I have to, I'm not the only one out there.
Keeping the faith and hoping her story empowers anyone afraid of getting help. Nic Garcia, KFOX 14 News at 9.
Remember, help is out there if you need it. Nic has included ways to get help and some mental health resources in his web article. Just head to our website, kfoxtv.com, and click on his story.